I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting,
Oh,
Stan. But in
oops.
his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story
That's
and
not
no
what I
one
wanted.
gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I wanted to land on the thing. You can't jump. Correct? Well, it's all back to normal.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No papers on the floor again? Not as many anyway. Did I get all the computers? Someone spilt their coffee?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Correct. Not another person in here. That person, look, is that Solitaire? I want to play.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off...
Okay, this time I'll go where he wants me to.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Yep.
Someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Who is this?
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Huh? Who's that?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who's been waiting? This room's dark. Oh.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Can I? I don't want to talk on the phone.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yep.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice.
Didn't want to answer it, and I
You
wanted
actually
it to stop.
chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible?
Okay, I'll
None of
answer
these
the phone
decisions
next
were supposed
time.
to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Maybe.
I can't believe I was so mistaken.
Well,
This
you're
is why you've
right.
been able to
My
make
name's
correct
not
and incorrect
Stanley.
choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Oh.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used
Is it?
incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought,
Okay.
then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a
I've
partner
got
and
to go
practice
over
saying,
here.
"My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
A back sack and crack. What even is that?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices
think I
are
make
actually
more.
meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
Something's
But not to
happened.
worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago.
We
and
are?
see what the correct thing to do would have been.
More
This way,
charts.
please.
Stop! I'm begging. Oh. They put those boxes upside down. They've put a gate around it.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Oh.
Imagine the main character
I wanna go
dying
down there.
senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
I have truly blocked my way. They can't even they don't even let me go the right way now. I have to go back to the staff lounge.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Will I though?
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, I want to go right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not
Whoa.
too late.
I kind of want to see what happens if I keep going this way, but I also want to see if things have changed going down that way. But then I haven't been down this way, so I don't know. I guess I have to go that way. There's no other option.
Oh, it's
Whoa.
ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special?
There's a door
about
over
seeing
there.
the game undone, left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that.
Get
knowledge.
Chris
I'll
out
have
of
to
the
live with it
broom
forever,
closet.
reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still
Yeah.
here in this pile of rubbish.
This is the choice room.
Who thought you were so
Or
clever.
two choice room.
Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it?
Nope.
That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Well, I know there is a world out there, but the world doesn't control me.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
Underground facility?
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I don't want to.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly,
Because
hurry.
I wanted to.
Behave exactly as Stanley would.
I don't think he wants
That means
that.
choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
It's just looping.
Behave exactly as Stanley would.
I
That
guess
means
I'll
choosing
listen to him.
responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Not giving me much choice.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
So-
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
So this is the room how it's supposed to be. How to solve a dispute with a co-worker. Let it ball up inside you. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header. Everyone is unique. You most of all. I got through that one. Number of slides on this slide. Charts and slides, charts and slides. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Rate of increase in graphs. The boss appreciation minute. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 solving international conflict. This is going way too fast. What do people want? Things. Yes? What's that one that's crossed out? Happy feelings. Mark James, you are fired. Firing someone for that? Money, more money, things but with money to buy more things? Graphs? Graphs about things and money. We have our new product. Business letters and co. is a fax. The stock market is somewhere here. Coloured in segment. Stripes. Requires more secondary research. What is not? Target demographic teenagers. What is hot? Profits, 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 profits. Bi-quarterly post-review review. We need less reviews. 402 and 405 want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary review schedule. But I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers. More water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net. Some sort of child trap. Teenagers. A lot of percent. Size of demographic. Space between the teenagers. Throw something in the ideas bin. No more bins. Trash cans. 20 or 10. No more bins, trash cans. 20. Renaming of the idea bin. 30. Firing of me. Ideas bin. Okay. Meeting room. Floor 4XX. Meeting schedule. Mondays. Weekly targets. Admin. Marketing Mondays. Termination Tuesdays. Ranking floors meeting. What to do about 432? Don't tell 432 about me, about the meeting. Do not alter without consulting with whiteboard manager. Here's the not cost efficient board. Targets. Push for funding for R&D of new coffee machine. Standardized graphs 40x wide. Not cost efficient. Get Chris out of the broom closet. I haven't seen the broom closet yet, but what if I go in there instead? Synergize papers. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on the topic of... why is that all blurry? The future was yesterday. Tomorrow is now. Tomorrow. Complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda. Reflect. That doesn't really tell me much, it's just names or numbers. To do, synergize core value expenditures, shift global market paper, no, parrot, monetize free to play. Yeah, people have done that too often. Oh, there's the broom closet. Oh, it's locked.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Don't have much choice. This place is very fancy.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this.
I am
Until
the
he saw
most
a door
expensive
with a
boss.
voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115? Was it? It didn't open for me.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
I'm guessing it's that big box there. Night Shark 115.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
It'd be cool
You
if it
didn't
did have
mishear
that
me,
voice
did you?
recognition.
Please speak
Doesn't
the
look
code
like it
into the
does.
receiver.
Oh.
Otherwise we can't get
Or
on
does
with
it
the
just
story.
not
This is
recognise
a
my
crucial
voice?
Step.
Night Shark
Okay, fine, you're not gonna
115.
do it, but you know what?
I
It's
tried
pretty
doing it 3
humiliating to
times.
Bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you
Silly
had better
game.
things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect.
And
The
for
kind
once
of
I tried to
respect
listen to you.
Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
I came this way because you forced me to come this way.
When Stanley came to a series of open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm at the top.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
I don't know. Don't think so.
I need you to make a choice.
I'm stuck on the roof.
I need you to walk through the door.
The end?
Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward.
Both
Please
correct, eh? You kept yelling me when I went through the right door.
do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there?
Sounds like he's getting sad.
Are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right.
It's okay to make the wrong choice.
What's the right thing to do? Take as much time as you need.
All the papers are back.
his co-workers were gone, what could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, there's more I want to do on the right side.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach.
This is a
giddy
new one.
in a way he had never known before. Was
I
it
think-
this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love. Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Yeah, we've heard that dialogue
Eager
before.
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Still not doing it.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Let's see if he was telling the
Look,
truth
Stanley,
about
I
the
think
phone.
Perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do.
Were you telling me the truth before?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right.
Maybe?
Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Gotcha.
I think he was lying.
Come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
Rude.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I don't want to.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Oh, rude.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee 427. Press Q on your keyboard. I don't want to listen to your instructions. But it doesn't seem to be doing anything if I don't.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Please press 3. I don't want to push 3. What's that picture of? Is that of the boss's office? But it's pretty clear it's not going to do anything if I don't push 3.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now
Because I have no other choice.
Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Have I chosen this life, or am I being forced into this life against my will?
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to
May as well just
fantasize
push him.
about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.